If you thought Season 1 was hot, Season 2 will be hotter because you are now officially locked into the streetball phenomenon, Hoops in the Sun Radio on blogtalkradio.com.
Media Day started today at New York Knicks. I want to know how was the whole vibe, the whole atmosphere, day one. Everybody comes back together, all the media's there, the players. Just how was the whole vibe and atmosphere today was?
Well, it was a whole different world compared to last year. I mean, the last 2 seasons is when I've been the Knicks reporter, and it was pretty much the same team last year, but this year we're talking about a roster that's 90% different. And there's that optimism. I mean, I kind of drank the Kool-Aid last year. Oh, they'll win 40 games, they'll get that 8th spot. I definitely, kind of fell victim to that early in the season, early in training camp. Really is when I kind of ate into that. But there's a sign of optimism that's palpable that has never been there before, but it's real because you have Amari Stoudemire, a 5-time All-Star, sitting center court at his table with 25 to 30 members of the media crowding around him. So he is your focus. I mean, he's your center focus. And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, he was one of the top 3 free agents this summer. It went LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Amari Stoudemire, and the Knicks got him. Everybody's, so down on themselves, and I know there's news today, and it makes me sick that everybody's talking about that and not about this new team that the Knicks have put together. But all right, it was LeBron's decision. The Knicks didn't do anything wrong. So LeBron made his decision. He went to the Heat. I mean, Amari Stoudemire chose New York, and he has embraced it every minute since he has stepped foot in the city. Well, the funny thing, Raymond Felton said, he was talking about why he is a perfect point guard for the system and why this system is good for him, for the way that he plays, the talent that he has, because of his speed, because of his strength, also his shooting ability, and just his court vision. He was talking about all of that, and he was saying, man, I think I'm the happiest guy here. He's like, I know we've got 15 guys out there, but I might be the happiest guy right here on this court right now because he was in a system that wasn't, not that it wasn't catered towards him with Larry Brown, but he wasn't as free as he's going to be now.
Do you feel that the New York, the big-time, long-time Knicks fans, even though they probably, lost out on Carmelo and definitely lost out on LeBron, that now with Stoudemire and these other pieces that Knicks basketball, the Knicks organization has finally turned over a new leaf and really trying to bring a new brand of exciting basketball to New York City?
I think the most important thing right now is this team that they have out there on that roster, these guys are signed for the long haul and can be a part of the future. And, they're not rent-to-Knicks anymore. And as much as last year's players, a lot of those guys said, oh, we don't care. We understand it's a business, what they have to do for free agency in 2010. We're still going to play together. I'm sorry that did not work out, and it didn't work out early on. They talked the talk, but unfortunately something changed pretty fast. Like maybe Anthony Randolph, we really don't know who the starting 5 are going to be. Who's going to come off the bench? Will Chandler? Will Gallinari? Will Randolph? These guys are fighting for positions because there is deep talent and there's a lot of youth. So I think that's why New York Knicks fans should get excited because this team is built now for the future. Now, if something happens tonight and Carmelo's like, I do not want to go to the fake Brooklyn Nets and, doesn't sign off on that extension, who knows who else they can bring in. Whether it's a Chris Paul or Tony Parker down the line. But you talk to Coach D'Antoni and Donnie Walsh, they've got Raymond Felton and Wilson Chandler and Danilo Gallinari. They want to see what these guys can do. I mean, Wilson played hurt almost all. He was never healed from his original surgery, then played hurt all of last season. Gallinari, that was really like his rookie season. And this is a guy coming from European basketball. It's a different game. As talented as he is, he really had to get used to the NBA game. So now you get these guys back. D'Antoni and Walsh want to see what they do have. Why rush out and sign the next guy? You've got a nice, full, healthy, young, athletic roster. Let's see what they can do.
If you can't talk about this experience that you've had the last couple of years, winning 2 championships in Phoenix and taking the Finals MVP home, and what the experience was like getting an opportunity to come to New York and lead the Liberty.
You know what? I had a fantastic run in Phoenix. The organization itself was a pleasure to work with, and playing along one of the best players in the world, Cervasio, was it was awesome. You know, not only did we, you know, have great basketball fun, but we formed a great friendship, which was amazing. It was definitely hard leaving her, but, you know, for me, you know, winding down on my basketball career, New York was the place for me. You know, not only on the court, you know, but off the court as well. So it was time for me to make that transition, and things that I want to pursue off the court. But, you know, I think we had an amazing first season with me being in New York, and, you know, I'm looking forward to even better next year.
You know, from all reports, you had requested a trade out of Phoenix. I was curious as to why.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I started a company a year and a half ago, and I wanted to base it out of New York. And, you know, me being able to play in New York and have my company, it was a dream come true. You know, not a lot of basketball players, you know, think about their future. And for me, you know, I know as a woman in itself, you know, we don't make the kind of benefits guys make. So for me, I needed something, you know, alongside of basketball. And, you know, my fashion business was what I wanted to pursue. I like to have fun. I love being around family because I really don't get the opportunity to. So, you know, when I'm around family and enjoying that, it's just amazing. But on the court, you know, I love to win, and that's the only thing I think about. I don't know anything else besides winning. You know, the feeling of losing sucks, and it's so weird because I still feel that loss against Atlanta now. You know, I tweeted it the other day, like, you know, it sucks when, you know, when you have to lose like that or something. I said like to that fact, but you know, losing sucks, man. I don't care what sport you play, you know, what thing you're competing in. It sucks to lose, to be on the losing side, and you know, it's just inner motivation that I have to get better, you know, in the off season when I'm in Russia, and I'm gonna think about those moments and things that I could have done better, you know, to help my team win, and I'm just gonna come back even better than I was this year.
Did you even watch the finals between Atlanta and Seattle? Did you even watch
Not at all. I couldn't watch the game.
I didn't either.
I didn't watch it either. It was no way I was going to be able to watch that game and not feel any kind of resentment or be angry. But, you know, to be honest, when Seattle won, I was a little jealous. I was. You know, because, you know, you want to be on the other side, you know, holding that trophy and hugging your teammates and laughing with your organization. So, you know, but at the same time, kudos to those guys because they worked hard all season and proved themselves. So, you know, I'm happy for those guys.